Okay.
Yo guys, what's going on? Kyle with the Car Guys. I'm joined by Nick Convery. You've been featured on the channel once or twice, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think so.
Now, you just placed top 8?
Yeah.
Top 8 with actually a really cool Synchro deck. It's like a magnet reverse Synchro is what you're calling it, or magnet Synchro?
Yeah, pretty much.
Awesome.
Using magnet reverse to bring back the Guyz.
Like, there was a lot of combos with it that was just nuts. Let's see what you played.
Alright, so basically the first card you play is the Terror Top and the Dice, because you can make pretty much anything that's not level 8. So, this is great. Then you play some zombies. This engine's like, it's really good for going first. I'd always side it out going second because you can't attack for game with Unizombies effect, but it's just really consistent, you know? And Unizombie being a 3 helps you make that new Crystron 4. Play 2 Raiden because Charge the Light Brigade is broken. Play a bunch of level 1s, 2 Jets because you got to make sure you have 1 in the deck for Excel. 1 Glow Up Bulb, of course, that card's great. 1 Resonator because I want something to search with the Where Art Thou, which we'll get to in a second. 3 Level Leader, well, we can still do that. And then 1 Pseudo Level Leader that basically would play more of, but it's at 1. Some Lazulis that I guess are basically my reasoning targets. We just lose every time I do that. And then the 2 lights for Brilliant Fusion. Really, we just want to play Snow. You just play Snow in the deck, but sometimes you need a Trick Clown so that it can actually resolve. But yeah, pretty much Magna Reverse and Snow, that's how you play. 2 Max C, because that card's way too good. And then for the spells, you play the Holy Trinity of you win the game cards. The other one-ofs, they're pretty good. Reasoning's not a good card, but it's really good when you lose the die roll and you're still trying to win the game. So,
of course.
Play 6 fusions because these are all great extenders and starter cards. And yeah, play 2 charge, like I was saying, because this card's broken. Just like mill 3 for cost. And, you know, you can negate it, doesn't matter. And then 2 Where Art Thou. The 2K does not matter. It gets you to Level Eater when you summon Terror Top. When you trigger Dandelion, it gets you Resonator, it gives you Level Eater, it gives you the Glow Up Bulbs, and
get you any
like,
level
yeah,
1 you need to
like,
start.
It's anything you need to combo off pretty much. And if you draw it late, then yeah, you just add Resonator and you keep going. And then we play 2 Magna Reverse. So I was doing 3 of this, but it's not like it's not a starter card. So 2 of this. Pretty much this has targets in the extra deck that all have quick synchro effects, most notably these 3. So the idea that it's a quick play spell and it summons them back on your opponent's turn and then they can synchro on your opponent's turn is when you do all your work. You don't actually hand loop them or something, you mess with them on their own turn. You trish them when they try to make a play. You summon Omega, you summon back Snow, book their monster, then Magna Reverse back this guy. Like, it synchros the Snow back into the grave so you can reuse the Snow. And then Omega will hit a card out of their hand and try to make another play, summon Omega again, or like just summon the Snow back. It's really good at just playing on your opponent's turn, and only having those 2 cards counts as 3 stops, because you have Snow, you have the Synchro that you summon, and you have Snow a second time. So it's like, you've got 3 disruption plays. But yeah, for the full extra deck, we'll go play the 1 Formula, the 1 Tatsunoko, the 1 Quandax, the 1 Excel, the 1 Librarian, and the Coral.
Not Ultra.
Yeah, it's Taylor's. Blame him.
Damn it, Taylor.
Yeah, so you basically just climb the ladder. That's why Level Leader's broken, is because you can play all these guys, and then this guy gets you into this guy, and then from there you just make whatever you want. And Coral Dragon's really good at fading out cards, so it's definitely better than Charge Warrior. And then we play Yazi and 2 Boxia, because Yazi makes Boxia and Boxia makes Boxia. So you kind of just going second, spin away a whole field, or going first. Each Boxia you make puts Trish back in the deck. So I've definitely hand looped an entire 5-card hand just using Trish 5 times off of this sort of combo, because you can summon the Omega and like pop the Omega with Boxia, so you can put the Trish back in the deck and just keep going. So yeah, like I'm saying, we played the Trish. One time even, I had double Magna Reverse, and so I Trished my opponent twice during their own turn. Like, you win at that point. You summon Trish, then you Magna Reverse, summon in Boxia, spin it, Magna Reverse a second time, summon the Snow, book a guy, Trish him, he had no cards after that, he just scooped. But, you know, okay. But then the best card is really this guy. Like, some people know about this card. Basically, when he's summoned, you banish all spell traps in your opponent's field and graveyard. And Graveyard's really notable against Metal Foe because they just stop playing the game. They just lose all their cards. That's what happens. Yeah, they lose their Scales, Fusion, Counter Combo, everything. So he just kind of cleans everything out, and when you can summon him on your opponent's turn, you just win. If you hit Paleo when they just set 5 and try to end turn, like, that's game. Against ABC, you can just like barrier them if you side that in, and then like clean this out when they set their back row and try to pass. Against Metal Foe, obviously this is broken. It's such a good card. And then its other effect is if it dies, it just Monster Reborns a card. So like you use it to dodge Regeki. You set up your board so if they go Regeki, you just chain into this, it dies, it brings something back, and you just keep going. And then the other two cards are just obligated. It's like the two fusions.
Okay.
So yeah, and then really for the deck, the side deck kind of gets you everything, because game one can be really hard. So you just play a bunch of like the easiest auto win type side deck cards. If you open up these guys, you just kind of win. Tried out Ghost Ogre for like I guess the new DDD deck. It's a pretty fragile combo, so if you hit this on it, it works. And Ghost Ogre is a tuner, so you know Brilliant Fusion summon this, start going off. But yeah, those are pretty good. Twin Twisters because back row sucks, and then your auto win against Metal Foe cards.
What is that ritual card?
Alright, so this guy is where Chalice beats Kieran. Chalice would, target a monster and negate it. You can't really target Kieran. This guy just says if your opponent tries to target your monster, you discard it as a hand trap to negate that activation. So you stop Alcahest, you stop Kieran, you stop Dragon Buster. You can't Chalice Dragon Buster. You can try and it tags out so it doesn't resolve. But yeah, this just stops everything. It also stops just card effects, period. So it beats Dynamiscus, it beats the Book of the Moon one.
You can pendulum summon that card.
Yeah, it's like I've given people like 25 cards off of Max C, and then just drawn into like 2 of these so that I can stop their 1 Alcahest and their 1 Kieran, and they just don't kill me, and that's it. They lose. Like they have 25 cards in hand, and they don't kill me. So yeah, this card's broken. This card's also broken because you don't even care about the fact that they can't pop their scales. You care about the fact that you draw like 3 or 4 cards and then just discard a combo card. Discard Blow Up, Blow Up, Snow, something like that.
Didn't you get like 4 for 1 today
Yeah,
with
4
that?
for 1 did today. It was hilarious. Like I was really hoping he'd activate his fusion so it'd be 5 for 1, but like he just 4 for 1 to end the battle phase, discard Snow, and that was game. So yeah, these cards are just like you just beat Metal Foe. Metal Foe is the most common matchup.
Awesome. Well, hey man, I know we got a feature coming on the channel for you as well with the deck, so somebody can see somewhat of what the deck can do with the Love Leader plays and craziness. So, would you recommend people, trying this deck out, like actually getting to think with it?
I mean, I think it's a lot better than. I don't know. I think Synchro gets a bad rap because it's like we had Synchro hand loop for a while.
Yeah.
But I think this deck is definitely much more viable than people would give it credit for. It doesn't lose to Max C. If you Max C it going first, like I can deck you out. If you Max C me after I'm going second, I can kill you like I'm playing Water. I just don't really care about those cards. Barrier is obviously the biggest problem though. Like, if I get barriered, I'm kind of unhappy. That's why I was considering like siding Deco. But it's definitely a lot better than you think it is, and the plays are pretty immune to Kaijus. Like, I don't know, a lot of people would be like, why are you setting up a board if you're just gonna get Kaiju? Quandax comes back off Magnet Reverse, Snow comes back in the middle, like, of a chain. You just throw it on the field, and then you can't actually Kaiju level leader, so you literally can't get around it. So, I can trust you no matter whether or not you can Kaiju me. It's just kind of how it goes, so.
Of course, man. Well, hey, congrats on doing pretty well today as well. We'll be playing this once the new stuff comes out, like Zodiac, Eidolon, and...
assuming they don't ban level leader, probably. Like, if they ban level leader, I don't think it works anymore. You can't really do any of the shenanigans plays with Boxia, and that's kind of how you win your games. So.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
All right, well, hey, man, congrats again. Appreciate the deck profile. We'll see you guys later.
All right.